Okay, so welcome to the Wiggly Wigglers video cast on Bokashi. Why am I sat in a grain store? It's because we're on the farm and we make probably the most Bokashi that's made in the UK here on our farm in Lower Blakemere. And you're with me here with the final product, which, if you could smell, smells amazing. And this is the Bokashi drying on the grain store floor. So when we don't have grain drying, we can put the Bokashi in here and we can get it completely stable. So what is Bokashi? So Bokashi is a Japanese method of composting, and we use grain husks, so wheat husks. In Japan they use rice husks. There has to be something, a carrier, that is pretty inert. And to make Bokashi from bran, we add effective microorganisms. So this is all the bacteria and friendly bacteria that make the product work. So if you think of it a bit like yogurt, that gives you an idea of the sort of thing it is. Or for you farmers out there, if you think of it a little bit like silage, so it's the catalyst to actually make the product ferment, and it enables those bacteria to develop. And then we've got molasses, which of course is the sugars that the bacteria feeds on to make the whole process go bananas. So we mix this in a compost mixer in another part of the farm. Stop eating it, Harvey. Yeah, it's very good for dogs. Thank you. We mix it in a compost mixer in another part of the farm, and it goes mad. So that's when it really starts to, all the bacteria start to breed, and the smell's amazing. It's like cider making. That's what it's like. And then we bring it into here. Then we put it into vacuum bags, so silage bags, and we suck all the air out of it to allow it to ferment. And that goes on for a couple of weeks depending on how warm the weather is. And then we put it in here, which is the grain store, to dry. And once it's dry, nothing much happens. But when you at home want to compost your kitchen waste, then when you add moisture, which the compost waste is full of moisture, that starts the whole process off, and that will then pickle your waste. Now, why do you want to pickle your waste? Because the great thing about Bokashi is you can deal with waste indoors, and you can deal with wastes that otherwise you wouldn't compost. For example, fish waste, bone waste, meat waste, cooked waste can all go in your Bokashi kit, which can be kept inside if you want it to. I'll show you setting up mine in a minute in the kitchen in the next video, and you can compost it. Now, it doesn't come out like compost, so don't expect the most beautiful friable compost. It comes out like it went in, but it's pickled. So if you think about pickling onions, they are totally different, but they are still an onion. And it's the same with your Bokashi compost. And what that means is when you finish composting, it will do a fantastic job in your garden or your compost heap, but it doesn't look good. So if you want the best looking compost, don't go with Bokashi. But if you want a fantastic product that will do a lot of good, that you can deal with waste that otherwise you couldn't compost, Bokashi's the thing for you. So more videos coming up from Wiggly Wigglers, and if you want to buy Bokashi or a Bokashi kit, go to our website www.wigglywigglers.co.uk. From me and Harvey.